Good morning and welcome to today's class. In last lecture, we discussed something about the equation of simple harmonic motion on the basis of circular motion, uniform circular motion. We will just continue the same process of just using simple harmonic motion or just using the uniform circular motion to derive an expression for velocity and acceleration of the body. Number one. Before we discuss anything, we can also consider that the equation is also already known to us, y equal to a sine omega t, where omega is your angular velocity, or sometimes we call it as angular frequency. Omega equal to 2 pi n, where n is the frequency, 2 pi n or 2 pi f. We can also write 2 pi f, where f is the frequency. Clear? That much of thing that has already been told you. That is what is this f, what is n is frequency, f is also frequency. We sometimes call it angular velocity, angular speed, like this, or sometimes we call it just angular frequency. एंगुलर फ्रिक्वेंसी जब एसी करंट हम लोग देखते हैं जहाँ वाइब्रेशन होता है तो वहाँ हमने इसको एंगुलर फ्रिक्वेंसी ही कहते हैं. जहाँ पर वेव नेचर का फॉर्मुलेशन होता है या साइन साइन वेव कॉस वेव ये यूज करते, देयर आल्सो वी यूज द टर्म ओमेगा. Okay, but general vibration, general oscillations, when something revolves around a point in circular motion like this, there we use the frequency f, and we won't use the angular frequency, but rather we use the angular speed in that case. पूरा सर्कल घूम रहा है तो एंगुलर स्पीड कह देंगे. ओके, तो एक जनरल जब ये फॉर्म में होता है तो वी कैन फाइंड आउट द वेलोसिटी एज dv upon dy upon dt, that is a d upon dt of sine omega t. We can have a omega cos omega t. This is velocity. Okay, and we know that in that diagram, whenever we find out omega t value, we know that this is the circular motion. Ultimately we have to take that point, and this is omega t. This displacement is your y, and this is your a. Therefore cos omega t can be equal to this much, a square minus y square under root a square minus y square upon a. That means here v can be equal to a omega into under root a square minus y square upon a cancel out. We have omega a square minus y square. This is the expression for velocity. This is the expression for velocity. Okay, very simple expression for velocity. We have just used the differentiation. Here we have to differentiate y with respect to t. डिस्प्लेसमेंट को जब t का रेस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट किए जाते हैं तो व्हाट वी गेट आवर वेलोसिटी. हियर वी हैव डिटरमाइन दिस वेलोसिटी. तो वेलोसिटी का टर्म जो आया इतना तक जो आया, दिस इज योर एक्सप्रेशन. दिस इज a स्क्वायर माइनस b y स्क्वायर, where a is your amplitude and y is your displacement. When y equal to 0, then v is maximum. This is equal to a omega. It means that at mean position, the velocity of a body which executes simple harmonic motion is always maximum. Always remember, the velocity of a body which executes simple harmonic motion is maximum at the mean position. ठीक है, एक तो यहाँ चीज हो गया. अच्छा, इसके बाद अगर मैं हमको निकालना क्या, एक्सीलरेशन निकालना है. सपोज वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द एक्सीलरेशन. द हाउ कुड वी डू? We can have acceleration equal to dv upon dt. dv upon dt होता है, acceleration equal to dv upon dt. Okay, and here we write acceleration by alpha instead of calling just a, because a is amplitude, let it be alpha. Alpha equal to dv upon dt. And now d upon dt of v is your omega under root a square minus y square. Okay. When we have this type of formation, then we could not, in fact, move further, because we have to ultimately take v in this form, not in the final point, but rather we take v in this form. Okay. Therefore, we write d upon dt of a omega cos omega t, and this a omega taken out, d upon dt of cos omega t, and there we have minus a omega into omega sine omega t. This is your alpha. Again on simplifying, we get minus a omega square and sine omega t. Further we write minus omega square a sine omega t, alpha equal to, and we know that a sine omega t can be written as y. It can be written as y, and therefore we have y equal to minus omega square y. What we are actually getting here, we are finding out the velocity, and here we are finding out the acceleration. These are the direct method, in fact, to find the velocity and acceleration. This is by using by differentiation method. We use the displacement y equal to a sin omega t, and then we have already said what is omega is 2 pi n and 2 pi f, like this, and then v equal to dy upon dt, the differential coefficient of displacement, and then we get in place of y we write a sin omega t, a is taken out, and we have this formula, and omega t can be determined again by this uniform circular motion, and we ultimately get this formula. Okay. Similarly, when we have the acceleration, then acceleration will be taken dv upon dt, but we will not be taking the final value of this final value of velocity. Remember, because here there is no term of t, we have to anyhow get the thing in terms of t, because उसका फंक्शन t के फॉर्म में लेना है हमको. ध्यान दीजिएगा कि जब हमको डिफरेंशिएशन करना होगा तो मैं ये जरूर देखूंगा कि ये किसके फंक्शन है. अगर t के फंक्शन है तो नीचे dt है, जैसे मैंने आपका है, तो ऊपर का पोर्शन भी t के फंक्शन में होना चाहिए. अगर मैं यहाँ पर v के डायरेक्ट वैल्यू लेते a स्क्वायर माइनस वाई स्क्वायर ओमेगा इस फॉर्म में लेते, तो यहाँ पर कहीं पर भी t नहीं आ रहा है, कहीं नहीं है, तो इसको डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि ये सब नॉन फैक्टर्स के फॉर्म में आ रहा है. तो वी हैव नॉट टू डू लाइक दैट, बट रादर ऑन द अदर हैंड व्हाट वी डू, we can directly take v as a omega cos omega t. तो इस फॉर्मेट में जब लेंगे तो we can differentiate and we get ultimately this equation. This is equation number 1 and this is say equation number 2. Okay, and from this again we can have, if y equal to a, if y equal to a, then alpha is maximum, that is equal to minus omega square a. Remember, for velocity it is maximum. For velocity it is maximum at main position. Velocity, I must write it in different colors so that you can very easily identify. Velocity is maximum at main position. Main position. Acceleration is maximum at the extreme position. Extreme position. Okay, this is the very general thing. You can see that velocity is maximum. I'm just keeping it closer. Velocity is maximum at mean position and the acceleration is maximum at the extreme position. These are the facts that how we actually determine the velocity and acceleration by differentiation method. But this is not the actual method of calculating, but rather we have to adopt only the same very circular method to find out the exact method that how we calculate this. We can take one by one. Suppose I am discussing the velocity part. Expression for velocity from uniform circular motion. T equal to 0, it is A, then it is B. This point is A, this point is B. This is your omega t. This is the linear velocity V dash. And this is point N. This distance is Y. This is a general case and it is still moving with a constant velocity, angular velocity omega. This is the general circular case. Uniform circular motion I am talking about, the expression for velocity from uniform circular motion. That is actually the correct method of finding out the system, finding out the expression for velocity. What we have, we take at t equal to 0, point is particle is at position A, and at t equal to t, particle is at position B. Okay, this much is given. Now what we have from this formula, let a body is moving along a circular path of radius A and angular speed omega. एंगुलर स्पीड ओमेगा ये दे रखा है आपका एंगुलर स्पीड ओमेगा है क्लियर तो आफ्टर दैट व्हाट वी एक्चुअली नीड दैट द लीनियर स्पीड द लीनियर वेलोसिटी the linear velocity v dash equal to how much we have a into omega ये होता है a into omega where a is your amplitude or the radius of the either we call it amplitude of motion or we call it radius of the circular path for this it is radius of the circular path वो अभी executive अभी हमने simple harmonic motion नहीं count किया in that time we are not counting the simple harmonic motion but we are counting on the circular motion में इधर रखा let a body is moving along a circular path of radius a and angular speed omega. The linear velocity of v dash equal to a omega. हमने linear velocity को v dash लिया, ध्यान रखना है, ध्यान रखने वाली चीजें. So after having all such things, then what is needed? What we actually need? We need to move that. This is the velocity of the particle, not point n. So velocity of n कैसे निकलेगा? अगर this is your theta, if this is your theta, then we can resolve this into two parts. If this is theta, then this will also be theta. Okay, this is theta, 90 minus theta, and this will also be theta. Okay, now if this is theta, then this is your v cos theta, and this is your v sin theta. V dash sin theta, v dash cos theta. V dash sin theta is this one, and v dash cos theta is upper one. ठीक है, ऊपर वाला हो v dash cos theta, नीचे ये वाला जो है जो हॉरिजॉन्टल दिख रहा है v dash sin theta. तो आपका इसका n का मोशन क्या ऊपर की तरफ ही तो है इस पॉइंट के लिए. It is moving along that direction. Therefore, the corresponding velocity of point n will be same as it is v dash cos theta. तो हमको तो सिंपल हमारे मोशन पॉइंट का जो है जो पॉइंट सिंपल हमारे मोशन कर रहा है उसका वेलोसिटी निकालना है. We have to calculate the velocity of that point of particle which executes simple harmonic motion. Here it is point n that we have already said. The foot of perpendicular from any point on the circle can represent simple harmonic motion, can execute simple harmonic motion. In that part, what we can say, the velocity of n equals to v dash cos theta. It is v dash cos theta. Okay, and v dash is your this much. Therefore, v equal to v dash cos theta or a omega cos theta. And other way we can write, that is a omega cos theta. From this diagram, if we determine cos theta, so cos theta equal to this under root this portion a square minus y square, under root a square minus y square is this distance. Why this distance? Because this is y and this is a, and we need to get this value. This distance हो जाएगा a square minus y square, this distance. Okay, and therefore this is a square minus y square upon a cancel out. We get v equal to omega into a square minus y square. So you have seen this is the same formula which you have determined by means of diffraction, by means of differentiation. तो differentiation वाला formula मैंने कहा कि वो mathematical होता है. All those students who take biology, biology students, they may face some difficulty in the understanding of such differentiation. But this is a direct method which is more physical as well as it is practical, and you can get this type of formula for the velocity of a body executing simple harmonic motion. In the same manner, we can also derive the acceleration. We can also derive the acceleration with a similar method. Let us just see that how we determine acceleration. For that, we are counting here the acceleration expression for acceleration from uniform circular motion For that, what we need, we will again draw the similar diagram over here. And this is the position 0, t equal to 0. At this position, we have v, this is perpendicular, okay, and this is theta equal to omega t, this is y, and this point is no doubt n. This is xy, xy. This point is A, this point is B, as usual, this is O. This is O. यहाँ तक तो बिल्कुल कॉमन है, यहाँ तक तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, बिल्कुल जो पहले वाला था, जो यहाँ पर खींचा था, I have just done the similar thing. And here again, we can say that body is actually moving with same velocity, same angular velocity omega. Body is moving with the same angular velocity, that is omega. Omega is also common. Naturally, same angular, same linear velocity, that is v will be equal to how much? A omega. But remember, here what we have not to find out the velocity. जब velocity निकालना होता है तो हम उसका linear velocity से चलते हुए v dash को चलते हुए फिर हम लोग इसके acceleration तक पहुंचे थे. Acceleration of the velocity of the point n, which executes simple harmonic motion. First, we take the velocity of the particle which is moving along a circular path, and from that we take the projection n, we take the motion of point n, and then we find out the expression for your velocity. In the same manner here also, when a body is moving along a circular path, it may move with some constant velocity, some constant angular speed omega, and accordingly it may have at different point different velocity, that is because direction of velocity is changed, and naturally it may always have some centripetal acceleration. When our body is moving along a circular track, along a circular path, it will always have a centripetal force. A centripetal force acts toward the center, it acts toward the center. A centripetal force is centripetal acceleration आएगा. Centripetal acceleration is alpha dash, that is equal to how much? V square by r. यहाँ पर v square by a हो जाएगा, because radius is your, here radius is your a. ठीक है, तो v is the velocity of the body, linear velocity of the particle or the body which is moving along the circular path. This is v dash square upon a, okay, and we have written this alpha dash, we have written here alpha dash, therefore alpha dash, sorry, therefore we have such alpha dash equal to, such alpha dash equals to velocity dash square upon a, and velocity dash is nothing but this can also be written as a omega, a omega square upon a, okay, or we can write it is just a omega square. Alpha dash is your a omega square, इतना आ गया a omega square. अब लेकिन ध्यान दीजिएगा कि अगर एक्सलेशन ऐसे आएगा, if acceleration is like this, then this angle is theta, then it can also, this is alpha dash, suppose we are having this diagram like this is alpha dash, this is 1 point, one another line is this one, this angle is theta, this angle is also theta, then this is your alpha dash sine theta, and this is your alpha dash cos theta, because this alpha dash makes an angle theta, this alpha dash makes an angle theta. You can just see ये है alpha dash, this is your alpha dash जो red dash से दिखा है, alpha dash, and this is also alpha dash. Alpha dash makes an angle theta with the horizontal line, BN line or OA line, and therefore this side, when we resolve alpha dash into two components, we have the alpha dash cos theta here, alpha dash sin theta here. Okay, and we can very easily see that the motion of n is from O to n, and the direction of alpha dash direction of this component is from this n to O, that is from downward, it is towards downward direction, and here towards upward direction it moves. N is moving from O to x, and the here direction comes out to be this alpha dash sin theta comes out to be from x to O. That means if we find out, we have to take the same analogy, that is we take the acceleration of n, then this will be opposite to this, because its direction is from O to n, O to x, and here it is x to O. जो ये दिख रहा है अल्फा डैश साइन थीटा दिख रहा है, ये ऊपर से x से नीचे की ओर आ रहा है, तो और आपको तो निकालना है डायरेक्शन ऑफ n, n क्या है फुट ऑफ परपेंडिकुलर, वो जो देगा उसी का वेलोसिटी एस एच एम होगा, उसी का वेलोसिटी उसी का एक्सेलरेशन एस एच एम वाला एक्सेलरेशन होगा. तो इन दैट वे वी कैन राइट द एक्सेलरेशन of the point n acceleration of the point executing SHM, इसको हम लोग अल्फा से लिखेंगे, डेट बी राइट एज अल्फा. देखो अल्फा इक्वल्स टू माइनस अल्फा डैश साइन थीटा. फ्रॉम दिस डायग्राम यू कैन वेरी इजीली सी it is minus alpha dash sin theta, and alpha dash itself is a omega square. Okay, therefore we write it as a omega square sin theta. Sin theta means sin omega t. Alpha equal to this much, and sin omega t or sin theta from this diagram, it is very clear, is always equal to y upon a. Y upon a minus a omega square y upon a cancel out, therefore alpha comes out to be minus omega square y. From this we can very easily conclude, whenever we get this formula, then we can very easily conclude that the acceleration of the body is always restoring in nature because of this minus sign, and it always moves toward the mean position, the point of the that the origin, it moves toward the origin means towards the point from where we are starting the simple harmonic motion, जहाँ से हम लोग सिंपल हार्मोनिक मोशन स्टार्ट करते हैं. जैसे यहाँ पर था ये पॉइंट इनिशियल एट t equals 0, तो n यहीं पर था. when at body moves in the first quarter of the circle, then n moves like this, ऐसे 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 n ऊपर जा रहा है. जब यहाँ पर आएगा तो n will come down, नीचे आएगा, और फर्दर थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट में और नीचे जाएगा, फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में फिर ऊपर आएगा. अगेन इट कम टू द सेम ओरिजिनल पॉइंट. इट बिगिंस विथ O and ends at O. कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशन तभी होता है. तो यहाँ पे कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशन कहाँ पे हो रही है, एन का ही मोशन दिख रहा है टू एंड फ्रो अबाउट द मीन पोजीशन. therefore we have to find out acceleration of that point only to find out the acceleration of a body executing SHM, simple harmonic motion. वेलोसिटी के लिए भी वही हमने किया था. वेलोसिटी के लिए हमने जो बॉडी सर्कुलर मोशन कर रहा था उसके वेलोसिटी से इसको v डैश मान लेते, उसके वेलोसिटी से हम लोग कंपोनेंट निकाल के वी हैव डिटरमाइन दैट. ओके, सिमिलरली यहाँ पे एक्सेलरेशन तो सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन है, सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन का हम लोग कंपोनेंट निकालेंगे. वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द कंपोनेंट ऑफ सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन फ्रॉम दिस डायग्राम, and then finally we get this expression. And from this it is very clear that it is when we have y equal to a, then we have alpha equal to maxima. That means maximum acceleration is found at the extreme point, because when displacement is maximum, that is an amplitude, when it is equal to amplitude, there we get the maximum amplitude. On the other hand, when we have the velocity, we can just see that we are having v equal to, we can just make you close. We can just see it is v equal to omega a square under root a square minus y square. Whenever y is 0, then we have v equal to a omega, and that will be the maximum velocity. That means it is at the origin or at the mean point, mean position where the velocity is maximum. At the extreme point when y equal to a, velocity becomes 0. That is why it is not moving further. It is a maximum point, and that is why it is not moving further. Okay. On the other hand, for acceleration, we can see if we have y equal to 0, that at the mean position there is no acceleration at all. Acceleration is totally 0. If acceleration is totally 0, therefore we cannot get any expression for this. Okay, any expression for acceleration. And in that way, we have just determined that is what is the acceleration and the velocity of a particle which executes simple harmonic motion. In the next lecture, we will definitely see how we exactly calculate the or determine or derive the expression for total energy of a simple harmonic motion. A body which executes simple harmonic motion, how we find out total energy, and also we see the corresponding curve for that. With that, we have completed today's lecture. Thank you.